greatest Christmas movie of all time is, of course, Die Hard. We found out that Laura had never seen this American classic. Welcome, Laura.
Hello.
How are you?
Intoxicated.
Yeah? Well, tell us what you think.
It is a love story between cops.
So why don't you take us through this bromance roller coaster of a Christmas movie?
So it starts with Bruce Willis on a plane. He's very nervous. But he has this very helpful person next to him telling him some advice. You know, when you get home, you take off your socks and you make a fist with your toes. And Bruce Willis takes that very seriously. So he's like, that's very good. So then they get to the building, and so he looks up Holly McClane, which is his last name, but it's Greganamo.
Greganamo?
Greganamo. And then you as an audience member go, oh shit, she is done with this marriage. And he realizes that I probably need to get my shit together to get her back with me. And so the first thing that happens is some guy comes and kisses John McClane on the cheek. Mwah. And then John goes, what the fuck? And then walks across and leads to see John McClane's wife. They go, it's you. Holly goes, I didn't think you would make it. She doesn't say that, but she says that with her face. Some bitch interrupts them. She says, Holly, we need to go do the party thing. And Holly goes, okay, that sounds like a good idea. So he's full of anxiety. So he remembers what his seatmate from the airplane said to him. So he takes off his shoes. I don't know if my feet are appropriate. Here we go. All right, so he makes a fist with his feet. And he goes, oh yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. And he is zen. He is completely zen for this moment. I'm gonna put my socks back on. And then he's like totally ready for the party.
But the party doesn't go off without a hitch, does it?
No, because Alan Rickman comes in with his squad. John McClane was like, I better stay out of this. I'm gonna be in another area of the building. So Carl Winslow gets a call that there's something going on in this financial building. And he goes outside and he's like, I see that financial building. I'm right here next to that financial building, so I'm gonna go check it out. And there's a terrorist posing as a security guard, like, yeah, I'm just watching sports and doing security guard things. And Carl Winslow's like, yeah, that checks out. That's what security guards do. So John sees the Carl Winslow walk out, like not being impressed. He's like, I'm gonna throw a dead body on his car. So he knows how serious this shit is. And then there's a dead body on Carl Winslow's car. He's like, fuck!
Because at this point, John McClane has the detonators because they're gonna blow the roof.
Does he? He has the detonators.
Yeah.
I did hear a lot about these detonators.
That's an important part.
But I don't, it might have been when I ordered pizza when he got the detonators. I'm not really sure.
Oh, you ordered pizza during your viewing of the movie?
Well, there was a lot that happened, and I got very hungry, so I ordered pizza, and I did black out because then they did a lot of techie things and action things. Oh yeah, this was actually really shitty of John McClane. Like, I loved him throughout this whole thing, but when there's this finally this moment they meet on the rooftop and John McClane is like, I made your brother squeal when I broke his neck. Like, that's inappropriate. Like, you just killed his brother. Don't add insult to injury, salt on the wound, and talk about how much his brother squealed. Then John McClane strangles him with some chains And that man was fucking dead. That was a dead man on a chain. He was dead. He was definitely dead. And Alan Rickman is calling him out like, oh, are you just somebody who's seen a lot of movies and you're a cowboy who's going to save the day? And then Bruce Willis is like, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. And then he kicks the door open and goes through it. And Hans Gruber's like, I got your woman. John McClane is like, fuck it, I'm gonna drop my gun. And he puts his hand behind his back. And Hans Gruber goes, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. And John McClane, he just starts going, and Hans Gruber goes, and then the other guy's just feeling a little awkward. He's like, we're all having a laugh, so like, and then fucking John McClane pulls his gun out, kills off the last of them. But fucking Hans Gruber has Holly by the hand with her fucking watch that she won by being a badass fucking bitch at her new company. But John McClane was like, no, this is symbolism. We're gonna lose this watch because you're gonna focus on your family now. So he releases the watch. And Hans Gruber falls down, no, and he dies. So a lesson to all of you women, fucking let go of your careers and your new watches from your career so that you can be with Bruce Willis, AKA John McClane, and just accept that he's a badass and you don't need to excel in your career. Anyway, John McClane is reunited with his wife, but what he's really after is Carl Winslow. He goes, that's my man. That is the man who got me through this entire experience. And they embrace for the first time, and it's extraordinary. Oh, and then the man on the chains, he did not die. He goes, I'm gonna kill you, John McClane. And Carl Winslow is like, I killed a 13-year-old boy, but I'm still gonna kill you because you will not harm John McClane. So Carl Winslow takes aim and he shoots him. And John McClane is like, good job, man. This is why I love you. Merry Christmas, motherfucker.